According to latest media reports, Hindustan Aeronautics has started work on some of the areas of improvements on an older Tejas aircraft, so that the Tejas Mark 1A is equipped with required improvements when it is ready for first flight in 2022. One of the improvements requested by the Indian Air Force was a faster turnaround of aircraft after each sortie, and replacing complex equipment such as the radar system and avionics in a short duration. Hindustan Aeronautics is also planning to demonstrate engine swap capability for a faster turnaround in the future. India is set to test its BMD Phase 2 interceptor systems next year, and the first floating test range created by the DRDO is now ready, which will allow to test a number of defense systems at different ranges without the limitation of land mass. The new first floating test range is a 10,000-ton ship, which is equipped with state-of-the-art electro-optical tracking system, S-band radar tracking and telemetry devices, a launch pad and mission control center. Accompanied by a high-level official delegation, the German Chancellor will be arriving on a 3-day visit to India on 31st October, and the focus of the meeting will include trade and defense cooperation. The German firm ThyssenKrupp Marine Systems is one of the 4 foreign bidders for building 6 conventional submarines for the Indian Navy, with transfer of technology to an Indian shipyard. Discussions will also take place on joint development and production of German-origin torpedoes in India. The Russian President Vladimir Putin had recently said that Russia will be helping China to build an early warning system that will enable China to spot the launch of intercontinental ballistic systems, a capability that is currently possessed only by Russia and the United States. According to Russian media reports, a $60 million contract has already been signed to develop the software for the early warning system for Chinese military, which will include both ground and space segments. The executive vice president of French defense firm Thales has said that laser-directed energy systems and radio frequency jamming devices were being asked by India as counter-drone measures. India will have to deploy its unmanned aerial vehicle in a limited area that will use a very strong radio frequency for dealing with an enemy drone. India is preparing to conduct 2 tri-service military exercises in the next 2 months. The first India-US tri-service military exercise will be conducted in the East Coast in November, while the Indra exercise with Russia will be conducted in the West Coast in December, illustrating that India is guided by its own national interests, and the ties with the US and Russia are independent of the bilateral relationship between the two powers.